Hello and welcome to episode 0, or an introduction type thing for Mad Dogs of Cambria, brand spanking new Welsh history podcast. My name is Patrick.
And I am Cambrian Chronicles.
So, if you're listening to this, a good chance you know who he is. A good chance you come from his sexy little channel.
I don't like that.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, big fella?
I'm the self-proclaimed #1 Welsh history channel on YouTube.
This is our third time attempting this little introduction thing, and you looked at me with a pause then, waiting for it, because every single time I say what I'm going to say now, which is that you're not the self-proclaimed, because you are.
Yeah, it is true, but I'm the one who said it. Therefore...
Yeah, but if I went over and opened the door and was like, oh, I'm the self-proclaimed door opener.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be self-proclaimed, because
You proclaimed it.
And I would walk 500 miles.
We don't have the license. They're going to come for us.
You're going to get sued by the proclaimers. Okay, yeah, so third, I was going to say third largest. I'm negging you. Okay, yeah, first largest Welsh history channel. What kind of stuff have you covered on there?
Why did you say it like that?
Tell us what you've covered.
What have I covered? Everything? Anything?
Wow, ambitious. But true, I love stuff. I mean, letters, animals, kings who aren't real. We'll come back to that one.
Missing kingdoms, missing seas.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the Missing trilogy.
There's 2 kingdoms that have been lost, and then there's another lost name.
But yeah, all kinds of stuff. So you've got the background and the expertise in looking into the stuff, talking about this stuff. If you want to call what I've got expertise, my credentials here, less to do with the history and more just with talking into a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Which unfortunately Cam also has, but I'm going to pretend that's my specific role. I run a podcast called Never Is Funny, which Cam here has been on once before, where I talk to any kind of creator, really. And I've done various performance and creative things in the past, generally comedic stuff. But I hesitate to be like, I'm the comedian, because then that places a lot of expectations on me to be funny. And I don't really want to set that bar up. But yeah, I mean, we've both wanted to do a project for a while.
For a very long time.
Since like high school, basically.
Yes.
Love talking to you on things. I think we've got a good fun dynamic, which will hopefully translate into a good fun educational dynamic.
I just also noticed we've been planning to do a project together for so long. Then in the meantime, I've done something completely separately.
That's true, I forgot it, yeah.
We both have.
Yeah, although mine is not as, this sounds like quite insulty, so I have to be like, mine's not as big as yours. I just meant factually.
Oh, yeah.
So, what is this podcast specifically about? Very similar to channel, but possibly deeper dives, longer dives, covering more things.
Yeah, that would be the idea. We can talk for longer.
I think starting off, looking at some stuff you've done on the channel, but possibly stuff that isn't up on the channel yet.
If you come from my channel, you'll be familiar that I have a lot of polls, and anything that's ever been on there has had notes and stuff written about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's so much stuff.
Which is brilliant. And there's lots of stuff to cover.
There's even stuff that I feel like would fit better on here that I wasn't sure how to make into a proper video.
And I think what we're going to hop into first is one that you've already had up.
Yes.
Do you want to say your special little title for it?
Yeah. My special title. Wikipedia's King That Doesn't Exist.
Brilliant.
I was proud of that one. That was a first-time winner on the poll. And that one won by so much and was really popular in the comments. I was like, yeah, I'll just go with it.
That's really cool. I thought you were saying that it was really impressive that title won. Even though it was just a
Just
poll
the one
of
option.
title. Yeah.
I think myself, wow, I did such a good title. Everyone voted for it.
But yeah, which is Anon the Antonius the Black. Did I do that right?
Yes.
Did I pronounce the name right?
Yes. Anon the.
Yeah.
Anon the what? You'll have to find out. It's the stupidest thing I've ever said.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it. I really like that video. I really like a lot of the historiographical. Is that a word? Historiographical.
Yes, I think so. I would just make it up personally. Historiographical.
Yeah, I really like those videos. I find it really interesting. The amount of stuff, especially it seems in Welsh history, maybe because more niche, there's lots of things on, especially Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, most history channels don't cover a lot of historiography stuff. It's mostly just like, this is the story, quote unquote, which of course is historiography. It's just one version of it. I'm not sure if it would be like a survivorship bias, because I get a lot of comments being like, oh, wow, Wales always loses these things. It's like, no, this is extremely common for history.
Right.
But for terms of just Wikipedia, it struggles a bit because it's a very niche topic. And that's what I covered in my last video I did on Cadwallader's Dragon.
Yes.
And that I'm planning to do on my next dive into one of those, is that every Wikipedia topic will struggle with well-meaning people who just like, oh, this looks interesting. This is a website from 2004. I'm going to add it in. The example I have in a future video that's not out yet was I said, if you were to add a fake Roman emperor into the list of Roman emperors, how long would that take to be noticed? Like minutes. And then Anand the, who is a king who doesn't exist, in the list of rulers of Wales page for I think it was about 5 years.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was that long.
I have it in the video in my funny voice. The 15th of April, 2019, something like that.
I do love your delivery of those. It kind of a running joke between us that I've mastered your cadence.
You have. Yeah, I think you'll be able to replace me someday.
See if I can have a go at it. I was looking at the Wikipedia article when I noticed something weird. Anand the. That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, you're kind of scarily good at it. Yeah, you could just fit the more American version of me. You can make America Chronicles.
Yeah, I could just make it for the American demographic, just a translation into my accent. But yeah, Anand the will be coming out. I'm really excited to talk about that. And questions.
Yes.
We have a bunch already from community posts you made.
Yeah, just for all the people on my channel who've already seen it.
Yeah.
I want to know more. Like they're answering their questions, talking more about the user who edited it and how he got banned and what the article looks like now, because it's completely like redone.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible. I'm very impressed.
I'm impressed that it happened as a consequence of your video as well.
Yeah, it's good. I feel half bad sometimes because it gets a lot of attention. Random people jump in and just add random stuff.
Right.
So people have to solve that, which I do feel bad about. But it's nice to have a lot more eyes on it.
Yes.
And then people like willing and have the knowledge to fix it. It's just people to know about it.
Yeah, that is really interesting. We'll be talking about all of that. But yeah, questions. Probably won't have one on this episode, but for the real ones, for the real stuff, I would think we'll probably have little question sections underneath each one, whether you're listening on YouTube or Spotify or, I don't know, LimeWire.
I was going to say LimeWire.
Oh, wow. See, this is the kind of audio chemistry that we have.
Both from the early 2000s.
Yeah. But wherever you are, there'll be a little question section where you can ask stuff for the next episode, possibly mainly pertaining to what we're going to be talking about, but also just general history-related questions, Welsh history-related.
If we can answer them, that is.
Yeah. You can ask anything, but you may get a lot of, oh, I don't know about that one.
I saw you when we had like over 20 questions for Anand that were directly to do with Anand, and as we went through them, a bunch of them, the answer was just like, oh, it's a good question, but the answer is, we don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's very boring, but like we'd still
probably
know.
Worth clarifying as well. It's not just that you don't know.
Yes, that nobody does.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I could probably research it, but what are you asking me for?
Yeah, why don't you Google it?
Don't Google it. You're going to come up with some ridiculous made up thing.
Yeah, that's the general gist of it. We've probably talked for long enough about what we're going to talk about. And hopefully when this is up, you'll be able to click right on over to what we're actually talking about. But yeah, for now, is it corny to be like Wheelvour at the end of everyone? I kind of want to get better at pronouncing. I feel like a character arc for me throughout this is going to be getting less bad.
You're not terrible. I've heard much, much worse on videos, YouTube, like hundreds of thousands of views, so you'll be all right.
Okay, so Wheelvour is goodbye, right?
Yeah, like Wheelvour. The R should be like slightly trilled, but my Welsh teacher could never get me to do that, and now it's too late.
It's too late.
I'm trying, it's just not working.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. See you next time, and Wheelvour.
Nice.
Do you want to give it a go? I mean, you know how to do it anyway.
Wheelvour. Oh, my accent's weird. People always found my accent weird because I'm from Powys.
Yeah.
If you're not from South Wales, people are like, oh, what the hell? What's wrong with you? But on my videos, I always go, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Diolch am wrando would be thank you for listening, but I can't do it properly. Wrando. Yeah, that's a hard one. I'm going to stick to Wheelvour.
Wheelvour.
Ysgrif. That means plus then. Actually, I'm not sure if it does.